So today we will have the second session of punctuation marks. Okay, welcome. Very good evening to everybody. So punctuation marks, as I told you, is an important aspect of English writing, though it is not used in speaking. So 1 minute, hold on. Let's see. It's here. Yeah, okay. So I will start with a story which shows the importance of punctuation marks. This story will appear soon, don't worry. Yeah, punctuation marks in OET. And the story is displayed there. Who will volunteer to read? Somebody can read it. Yes, start.
Hang him not, set him free. Read the judge's handwritten verdict sheet. The clerks in the court of law would type them. That was the practice. The clerk on duty, therefore, typed it, and the accused was hanged. Why? The typed version read, hang him, not set him free. Look, the life of the man depended just on the comma. The position of the comma precisely.
Very good. Excellent reading. Well posed and well paced reading. Good, ma'am. Okay, now I have numbered some of the punctuation marks used there, and those numbers are explained on the right side. You see, number 1 says all punctuations like a period, that is full stop, a comma, and a question mark, etc., come before the inverted commas, which we saw in the last session on Wednesday. Number 2, if you see number 2 there, handwritten, proper hyphenation of compound adjectives. That is number 2. Number 3 is the comma before therefore. What is therefore? That is signpost or connector. Then number 4, you notice a dash there. Why is a dash introduced? A dash to introduce an explanation. Yeah, there is an explanation. That is the position of the comma. Just on the comma, precisely the position of the comma. All right, now number 5. You find a comma there because there is a connector or there is an adverbial signpost or connector with a comma before that. Then number 6, 7, 8, 9, we will see on the next slide. But then you see, I hope you understood the story. Actually, the verdict of the judge was hang him not, means don't hang him, set him free. But then the clerk, whatever the judge announces or declares should be written or typed by the judge by mistake, he shifted the comma. Then what happened? When the comma was shifted to before the word not, it became hang him, not set him free. Look, the life of the man depended just on the comma, meaning the position of the comma precisely. So it shows the importance of punctuation marks. Okay, let's see the next slide. Who will read the next one? Please read. The accused
The accused was charge sheeted because a bloodstained knife had been discovered in his traveling bag. In fact, the murderer was another person, a co-traveler, who the accused, who, after stabbing and killing the victim, had laid the blood-dripping knife in the bag of the accused. Caught thus apparently red-handed, this man was tried in the court, and the court acquitted him, realizing his innocence. The judiciary believed in the dictum, the innocent should not be punished, even if 1,000 criminals escape. Here, the innocent man escaped. So did the criminal, for the latter was not traced by the police.
Very good. Yeah. This is a story I have written in my book, Grammar Made Easy. If you browse Google, you will get this book. Okay, so you notice the same numbers again. Number 2, what does number 2 say? Proper hyphenation of compound adjectives: charge sheeted, blood stained, co-traveler, red-handed, blood dripping. Quite a lot of hyphenated words you can notice. Remember, you should hyphenate words like follow up, come for the follow up next week, come for the follow up after a month. That follow up is hyphenated. FOLLOW hyphen up is something which people don't bother to use. So that is an important punctuation mark, hyphenation. Okay, now after that too, what do you see? Who, comma, number 6 after stabbing. So what is that? Number 6. Appositional comma. You see this number 6 here. Appositional comma. You know, we studied apposition last time. Extra information, non-essential information. Even without that, the sentence reads all right. The co-traveler of the accused who had laid the blood-dripping knife. Sentence is okay, even without, after stabbing and killing the victim. So that is extra information. So that is apposition. So appositional phrase or clause should be between 2 commas. That is number 6. Okay, now number 7. Caught thus. Caught. Here caught is what? Past participle. So beginning a sentence with a past participle, beginning a sentence in a present participle, both are okay. Both are accepted. Both are good actually. So number 7 is explained here, participial phrase, beginning of a sentence, followed by a comma. Caught, thus apparently red-handed. This comma is a must. That is a comma after the phrase that begins in a participial phrase, a participle. So participial phrases end in a comma, that's the point. Caught thus, or you can start a sentence like diagnosed with diabetes for 10 years, comma, he continued insulin care. So that's another example of participial beginning. So that is number 7. Then what is number 8? Number 8 is again participial phrase, ending of a sentence, preceded by a comma. Means before that there is a comma. This is also participle, ing. Ing is present participle. This caught is past participle. So you can start a sentence in participle, you can end a sentence in participle. Whether you start or end, a comma is a must. Okay, then what is number 9? Number 9 is given here. What's number 9? Colon. You see 2 dots, this colon, 2 dots. Colon is used for what? To introduce a quote or a dictum. Dictum means a common knowledge or is a notion, a proverb. So this is the dictum. This is the concept. So what is that concept? To introduce the concept, you use a colon. The innocent should not be punished even if 1,000 criminals escape. That is the dictum. So if you want to quote a dictum or a quotation or a proverb, use this. All right. Now, all the 9 punctuation reminders are over. So please remember this. This is a pre-taste of our lesson. 9 punctuation marks. 1 or 2 or 3 we did already on Wednesday. Like signpost comma, then appositional comma, then subordinate close comma, avobis. Remember avobis? Yeah, so this is what you should remember. So what happened to this man? This accused was charge sheeted because a blood-stained knife had been discovered in his traveling bag. You see the contextually, I bring your attention to this. Had been, past perfect is used because that is an earlier action. Instead of the simple past is used here, was. So that because the charge sheeting is a later action. The knife being found took place first. That's why it's in past perfect. In fact is another example of signpost. That's why there is a comma. Co-traveler, hyphenated. Yeah, this is also apposition. Apposition can be between 2 dashes or between 2 commas. So these are the things you should remember. I hope it's clear to you. Revisit the story. Hang him not, set him free. Read the judge's handwritten verdict sheet. The clerks in the court of law would type them. That was the practice. Again, contextually, I bring your attention to the spelling of practice. P-R-A-C-T-I. C-E. Why C-E? Because it is a noun. Well, how do you know that it's a noun? Article is here. After the article, only nouns will come. The practice. So it should be C. Then yes is used for verbs. Same as in advise. Okay, the clerk on duty, therefore, typed it and the accused was hanged. Passive voice was hanged. B plus PP. Why? The typed version read, hang him, not set him free. Look at the comma here. Comma is used before the opening inverted commas. Then full stop is used before the closing inverted commas. This is what we already discussed. Look, exclamation mark, which is very rare in OET writing. The life of a man, life of the man depended just on the comma. Dash, the position of the comma precisely. So dash is used for explanations. The accused was charge sheeted because a blood-stained knife had been discovered in his traveling bag. In fact, the murderer was another person, a co-traveler of the accused who, after stabbing and killing the victim, had laid the blood-dripping knife in the bag of the accused. Please note the word laid, L-A-I-D. People get confused between L-A-I-D and L-I-E-D, L-A-Y. These are all confusing words. Remember, L-I-E is to lie in the bed, lie in the hospital ward, and the past tense is lay, L-A-Y. The patient now lies in the hospital ward. Yesterday, the patient lay in the ward. The patient has lain, L-A-I-N. L-I-E-L-A-Y-L-A-I-N. That's the verb in three groups. The other one, L-I-E, that is to tell a lie to somebody. That is lie, lied, lied. I don't want to lie to you. No, yesterday you lied to me. I'm sure he has lied to me. See, lie, to tell a lie. Past tense is a lie-ed. Past participle is a lie-ed. But there is a word L-A-Y which was past tense of lie, but it has a different meaning. When the common example is laying eggs, the hen lays eggs, lay. That lay means to put or to place, place, place. Where did I lay my mobile phone? I cannot find it. Where did I keep the charge sheet? Where did I keep the referral letter? That is, where did I lay it? So that lays here in this story. Past tense is laid, past participle is laid. Okay. Right. Court thus apparently red-handed. This man was tried in the court, and the court acquitted him, realizing his innocence. The judiciary believed in the dictum, the innocent should not be punished even if 1,000 criminals escape here. The innocent man escaped, so did the criminal, for the latter was not traced by the police. All right, so we come to the crux of the matter next. These are OET sentences. Let's take the first example. Please read number A.
When the patient is taken to the OT, let the bystander in.
Very good. Okay. Do you find a comma, or do you find a punctuation mark? Comma. Where is it? After OT. Now you should tell me which rule, which punctuation rule is followed here out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the right side. Oh, not only 6, there are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rules are given on the right side. So one of the rules is used here in number A. What is that?
Six.
Number 6.
Yes.
Is it number 6?
Yes.
Between the main clause and the our bis clause.
I know 5, 5.
Oh, number 5. Excellent.
Yes.
Number 5. Yes, because when is used and comma is used after that. So the answer is our bis is followed by a comma or semicolon. Which one?
Comma.
Comma. The semicolon is wrong. Okay, you should choose between. There are 2 options. Okay, read number B. Next one. B. Read.
Miss Sarah really likes the clinic blanket. It is so warm.
Yes. What punctuation mark is used there? Do you find a punctuation? What is that? Semicolon. Okay, good. Semicolon. Now you match with the rule there on the right side. Which punctuation rule is followed? Okay, I'll help you.
1.
Yes, number 1. Use this when you combine 2 independent clauses. Miss Sarah really likes the clinic blanket is one clause. The second clause is it is so warm. 2 independent clauses means they are not dependent on each other, but the idea, the meanings are related. So when 2 related meanings are expressed in 2 different clauses, they can be joined with the help of a semicolon, not colon. So this colon is wrong. Semicolon is right here. Fine, very good. Number C, until the saturation of oxygen level reaches 90%, don't panic. Which rule? Number C.
Number 5.
Number 5 again. Why? Because you is here, until. Our verb is you. That our verb is you is starting here, the sentence. And so there is a comma, 90% comma. Very good. I'm very happy my students know it. Number D, read number D.
Sheila prefers meals on wheel because they are delicious.
Very good. What is there any comma? No comma. Meals on Wheels is in single inverted commas because that is a special phrase. So don't worry about that. But that means there is no comma or semicolon, no colon, nothing of that sort. What does that mean?
Six.
Number 6. Very good. Very good.
Our
Oh, between the main clause and our bis clause, nothing is the answer. Nothing is the answer. Are you confused between 5 and 6? I think it's clear now.
No, because it's an avobis.
Yes, our bis because that came later, second part, not in the beginning. If it is in the beginning, there's a comma. If it is
Comma.
later, no comma, nothing.
No comma.
Nothing is the answer. Very good. Number E. Read number E and answer.
Because conventional investigations find nothing, and MRI was ordered.
Yeah.
5.
Number 5. Yes. What is that? Number 5, which one? B.
Avobis.
Because.
Yeah, because. Correct. Very good. Number F. Read number F. The GP. Read number F.
The GP recommended the following: IV antibiotics, liquid food, and short ambulations.
Yes. So where is the rule here?
Number 4.
Number 4. What is that? To separate
Items.
items in a group. Okay. What about number 3?
Yes, you just introduce the
Test.
test.
Is it 3 or 4 now?
3.
It is 3 because it introduces a list. Is that right? Where is that? Which one? Colon or semicolon? Colon. This colon. Where is that colon in the list in the sentence? Here, following colon. Now, what the other number 4 you said is separate items in the list. Of course, that is applicable here. Antibiotics, comma, liquid food. So there are 3 things, and so there is a comma here. That is also to some extent right. Number 4 is also right that way. Okay, number G. I'm sorry, Lucy said that I forgot the forenoon tablets. Obviously, number 7.
7, yes.
Punctuations like a period, a comma, and a question mark, etc. come before or after the inverted commas. Comma, you see this comma here? Is it before or after? Inverted commas.
Okay.
I am sorry, comma. Then inverted commas close. That means that comma is before or after?
Before.
Before. Same thing here, you see. Another comma is here. That also came before the inverted commas started. Same thing here, the full stop. The full stop came before the inverted commas. So the answer here is before. Yeah. Okay, go to number H. The physiotherapist.
The physiotherapist insisted on daily exercises for Mr. Charles hasn't lost any weight.
Yeah. The physiotherapist insisted on daily exercises, comma, for the reason Mr. Charles hasn't lost any weight. So, Mr. Charles, I'm sorry, you cannot stop these daily exercises. You should continue. So there is a comma used, and you notice the word used is FOR. What is this FOR?
Fan boys.
Fanboys. Yes, excellent. Those who forgot, fanboys, do you want to buy some Brahmi from the pharmacy to boost your memory? Fanboys means F is for, A is and, N is nor, N-O-R, B is but, B-U-T, O is or, O-R, Y is yet, Y-E-T, S is so, S-O. These conjunctions are called fanboys. Similar to our avobis. You know, avobis is also conjunction. The difference is these are subordinating conjunctions. Fanboys are coordinating conjunctions. That's the only difference. So these fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So the answer is this fanboys, number 2. We use these before conjunctions. So what is that? Comma or semicolon?
Comma.
Comma. It's very clear. Comma. See, because here it's comma only here. Before 4. Yes. Okay. This is how we test ourselves, whether we understood it or not. Now we will discuss in detail the use of semicolon. Semicolon is like this, okay? Full stop, comma below that. So the first rule is given there before the adverbial conjunctions or signposts while connecting to coordinating clauses. Here you find 2 coordinating clauses like, I know the test results. Let them be confidential for now. Means I don't want to reveal it. So I know the test results is an independent clause. Let them be confidential for now is also independent. I mean, two independent clauses are called coordinating clauses. But they are related to each other. And so you use a signpost here, you see signpost. However, so before the signpost, before the adverbial conjunction, same as signpost or connector, you see this one, semicolon. So that is the rule. 2 independent clauses connected with a signpost like however or therefore or additionally or consequently. All these are signposting words. When they come in the middle, connecting 2 sentences or 2 clauses, better use semicolon. Now, there is a shortcut. The shortcut is given here. Just avoid the conjunction and the comma. See these 2, conjunction and the comma you can avoid. However, comma you can avoid. And read this one. The answer is given here. I know the test results, semicolon, let them be confidential for now. Okay. This is okay, fine. Just semicolon is enough. That's the point. If you are not very sure about the use of the signpost and comma, a semicolon is enough. That's the point. Okay, next sentence. Same rule. The same rule is applied here in the next sentence. Semicolon and signpost, therefore, comma. You can remove this signpost and comma and say Miss Meera showed signs of dehydration, semicolon, she was administered IV. It is same as saying signs of dehydration, semicolon, therefore she was administered IV. Both are same, but the first one is better because of the connector. The second one is also okay. Nobody will penalize you for not using the signpost. Okay, this is the first occasion or the first instance of using semicolon. What's the next one? To show an antithesis. Can you tell me the meaning of antithesis? You know the meaning of anti. Anti means what? Opposite. or against. Thesis. Thesis is the short form of synthesis. Joining together is called thesis or synthesis. Antithesis means joining together of two opposites. Two things are said, but they are opposites. And when we want to say that those two opposites, then you use a semicolon. A very good example is given here. Number one, please read. I like.
I like Dr. Venu as a surgeon. I hate him as a counselor.
Yes. You notice the two opposite things. I like him. I hate him. So both of them are connected with the help of a semicolon. I like Dr. Venu as a surgeon. Yes, he's a very good surgeon. I like him. But the problem is when he starts counseling or advising, I don't like that. I hate him. He's a very bad counselor, but a very efficient surgeon. Two things, I like, I hate. Semicolon. Same thing, next sentence, please read. Yesterday's
housewives were fit and active. Today's smart but easily fatigued.
Yes, very good. You see two opposite things. That means opposing yesterday's housewives and today's housewives. Opposite qualities. Yesterday's housewives were fit and active. Today's housewives, they are very smart, but they get easily tired, easily fatigued. After doing duty for 8 hours, oh my goodness, now no chance, no cooking, everybody go to sleep, no food, or go and bring some food from the hotel. Or my husband haven't you made any food. So this is the problem. You are easily tired. Yesterday's housewives starting in the morning 5:30, getting up and sweeping the courtyard and mopping everything. No, I'm not comparing, but this is just an example of a sentence. It may be correct, it may be wrong. Okay. Next one. You see a similar antithesis. Please read. My patient.
My patient accepts the advice on quitting. She resists the idea of weekly fasting.
Very good. What is the contrast? We see, she accepts on one side, she resists on the other side. Opposite. My patient accepts the advice on quitting. Quitting may be smoking or drinking, whatever. But then when you ask her to fast at least 1 day weekly, no chance of fasting, please. I will resist that. She resists the idea of weekly fasting. You notice the spelling of advice there? Is that correct spelling? ADVICE? Why do you think so? Why is it correct?
After the article.
Yes, there is an article, so it should be a noun.
Noun.
Correct. Very good. Okay, now you see semicolon is used to separate sentences which are closely related in thought. Very closely related sentences come after another, 2-3 sentences, one after another. Then you can use semicolon. For example, Miss Jessica got a divorce in 2020. She has been depressed. She attempted self-harm twice. See, 3 sentences, but they are related. Very linked sentences. One after the closely related sentences use a semicolon. Miss Jessica got a divorce in 2020, semicolon. She has been depressed, semicolon. She attempted self-harm twice, full stop. Look at hyphenation, self-harm. All self-words are hyphenated. Okay. Okay. Please read the next one. Next sentence. Mr. Emerson.
Mr. Emerson fell down the stairs. He impaired his balance. He developed slurring of speech.
Yes. See, these are all related. Yes. So semicolon, semicolon, semicolon. Then I've given 3 more sentences which are not medically related, like we laughed, we cried, we shared memories. Semicolon, semicolon. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. Reading maketh a full man, semicolon. Conference a ready man, semicolon. Writing an exact man. This quote I often use while teaching OET upon the importance of reading, speaking, and writing. Unfortunately, listening is not mentioned. This is a famous quotation, the last one, by Francis Bacon, from Francis Bacon. Reading makes a full man, speaking makes a ready man, and writing makes an exact man. So that is the use of semicolon. Okay, next one is the use of colon, 2 dots. Colon is used in these ways: enumeration, a list, or to give an example. Number 1, read number 1. Miss Shalini.
Ms. Shalini was also briefed on the possible side effects of the sinus medication, dizziness, nausea, and indigestion.
Very good. You see colon here? There's a colon here. Why is that colon? There is a list of side effects of sinus medication, dizziness, nausea, and indigestion. And you find another list in number 2. Please read number 2.
Mr. Sharma is to do the sciatic exercises, knee to chest stretch, standing hamstring stretch, and pelvic tilt.
Yes, these are the exercises recommended by the physiotherapist. Sciatica exercises. Mr. Sharma is to do the sciatica exercises. Number 1, knee to chest stretch, standing hamstring stretch, and pelvic tilt. Okay, colon is used. Next one, direct explanation of what is just said. Example, given the prolonged labor and fetus distress, the choice is clear. What is that choice? Emergency C-section. So that is a direct explanation of what is said, what is just said: prolonged labor and fetus distress. Same thing, the patient was educated on the following alternatives. What are the alternatives? Tobacco patches or electronic cigars. Now, colon is used to introduce a quote. Here is a quote. Quote means what somebody has said. So here is Mr. Walid, who has hallucinations, who thinks that somebody from outside is coming and eating his food. So maybe you have to treat him. A bipolar patient, Mr. Walid said, what did he say? I see some aliens rob me of my food every night. That is his problem. So every night, some aliens come and eat his food, poor Walid. So you see the colon here, colon, to introduce what somebody says. You can use a comma also, no problem. Either comma or colon. So this is the use of colon. Right. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah, now this is the one, punctuation acceptability in OET. There are so many punctuation marks. Are all these needed in OET? Okay, let's take the first one. What do you see there? Comma, full stop, colon, semicolon, capital letter, question mark. What does it say? All these are formal, and so yes. Yes means acceptable. These punctuations are accepted in OET. Okay, next group. Dash, bracket, these two. These are informal and it is discouraged in OET. Meaning, it doesn't say not allowed. it says it is discouraged, means try to avoid as far as possible. What about these inverted commas? Inverted commas. Okay in OET for the exact words of the patient that indicate an unambiguous message from him or exact words of the patient that indicates an not exact, unambiguous, indicates an ambiguous message. What is that ambiguous message? I just know we mentioned Walid. What did Walid say? Why did you put these exact words in your OET letter? Because you are not very sure about what exactly he means. When he says, I see some aliens rob me of my food every night. You don't know what exactly it means. So you don't want to run the risk of misinterpreting his words. So let his words appear as he spoke. Let somebody else explain it. That's why inverted commas are okay only when what the patient said is not clear to you. Okay, what's the next one? Exclamation mark is informal and so avoid. Yeah, okay, now let's see. These are the errors when we write letters. Beware of common errors. Number one, error is there. You find out the error. Miss Salome spent the whole day on the beach. She came to the clinic sunburned. What's the problem? The problem is the use of the comma. There should be no comma here. Comma is not the right thing. Why? A few slides ago, we said closely related ideas can be put, means independent clauses, coordinating clauses can be put with a signpost and a semicolon, or just a semicolon is enough. So in the place of comma, there should have been a semicolon. So the correction is given here. Put a comma and a coordinating conjunction. You can use so, S-O, so, or use a semicolon instead of the comma. That's also okay. Put a semicolon, or a semicolon and a signpost. That is semicolon, therefore, comma. Salome spent the whole day on the beach, semicolon, therefore, comma, she came to the clinic sunburned. Or the next option is use a subordinating conjunction to make it a complex sentence. Subordinating, that is verbs, you can use like as, as Miss Salome spent the whole day on the beach, comma, she came. That's okay. Or you can use because here in the beginning. So these are the different ways you can correct that. Okay. Error number 2. She was prescribed amoxicillin, pantoprazole, and vitamin C. This sentence looks okay actually, but according to a certain rule in grammar, which is called Oxford comma omission, which is not very strictly followed, but for safety purpose, you can follow it. What is the explanation? Put a comma after the last and or the last or. Where is the last and here? This one. Pantoprazole and comma. Now it's okay. That's the point. This is a grammar rule. Even if you don't put a comma, it's accepted actually. But strict grammarians, if your evaluator is a very strict grammar person, he may not like the absence of the comma. Okay. Next one. Number 1. What is this? Bill gradually recovers from his opium addiction, relapses into it frequently. What's the problem here? There are 2 sentences, but the second sentence has no subject. You see, only the verb, it begins with a verb. That is the problem. So the correction is supply a subject or join them. So you can, after full stop, put he relapses R small letter. That's okay. Or join these 2 sentences. Bill gradually recovers from his opium addiction and relapses. Okay, fine. Join them. Now, in second sentence, opium addiction for 5 years. What's the problem in this number 2? Whose opium addiction? There's no verb even. There's no verb. You see, opium addiction is noun, 4 is preposition, 5 is adjective, years is noun. So there is no verb. Without verb, how can you make a sentence? So you should say he has had or she has had opium addiction for 5 years. Okay, now number 3, Bill addicted to opium. Again, main verb is missing. Addicted is adjective, not a verb. So you should say Bill is addicted. That is the verb. That is missing. Or was. Bill was addicted. Bill is addicted. Has been addicted. Okay, fine. So the verb is missing. Main verb is missing. Number 4, though Bill is addicted to opium. See, it is an avobis beginning. Though or although. You started in avobis, but the sentence is incomplete. You see, there should have been a comma according to the rule. Avobis start, comma, then the main clause, continue the main clause. Like, though Bill is addicted to opium, comma, he can be treated. Something. So this sentence is fragment. All these sentences are fragments. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why fragment is mentioned as the name of the error. Fragment. So remember, at least some of you, some of your friends write sentences like this, which are not acceptable. Okay. Next one. Beware of common errors. What's the first one? Please read that one. The
lumbar puncture is simple. It takes only 5 minutes.
yes. What is the problem? The problem is mentioned here. It's a run-on sentence. The sentence is not stopping. It is running sentence. Both the sentences are running without a stop. The lumbar puncture is simple. You should put a full stop here, then I capital, or semicolon, I small letter. So put a full stop or a semicolon in between. That's the point. Okay, read the next one, number 1. You said
You are having shortness of breath.
what's the problem? So the computer has already shown the problem here. What is that? Apostrophe. Yeah, apostrophe is missing. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. One letter is missing. That A, alphabet A is missing. Apostrophe is used for what? To show some omission. Something is missing. That is in number 2 also. Same rule, number 2. It's important to reduce weight. It's a very common problem. Many students don't know such a simple thing, this one. ITS. It's important to reduce weight. Actually, what is it actually? It is ITIS. Short form is IT apostrophe S. That alphabet I is missing. To show that missing alphabet, you should use an apostrophe. IT apostrophe S, important to reduce weight. If you don't use apostrophe, it means a possession. The dog wags its tail, that its ITS is possession, not it is. Okay. Okay, number 3. As a teenager, Francis was fed up with the boys, what? Teasing. Francis' frustration led to withdrawal. Oh, this is a problem in the school. Teenagers face this problem of teasing or bullying or what, ragging. So he was not exactly he. I think Francis must be a girl. she was fed up with the boys teasing. Is it only one boy teasing? No, many boys teasing. So what? The apostrophe should be after S. See, the answer is here. Apostrophe should be after S. B-O-Y-S apostrophe. Stop. Don't write one more S. No need. So that's the first thing. This one, boys. The second thing is Francis, sis. That second S is not needed. See, the example is given here. The reason is it has two or more hissing sounds like Jesus. We don't say Jesus's. Jesus's is Jesus, J-E-S-U-S apostrophe only. We don't put one more S again. So a second S is not used when the person's name ends in S or that S ending is for plural. So two occasions. One is plural S, the possession of plural S, put only apostrophe, don't put one more S. Same thing if a person's name ends in S like Jesus or John Kids or even my name Jose, then we don't put apostrophe and again S. No S again. Jose apostrophe only. That means Joseph. Okay, that is apostrophe error. Next, number one, a 6-year-old student. Actually, the error is this dash. This is a long one. No? Long ones are called dashes and short ones are hyphens. So you don't use a dash, we use a hyphen. So remove this dash and put a hyphen. A 6-year-old student, hyphen. So it should be a hyphen, not dash. So the confusion is between dash and hyphen. Okay, Dr. Seema, dash, but it looks like a hyphen. That's why it should be a dash actually. What is given here? Replace the dash with a hyphen in all such hyphenated adjectives and nouns like a threefold, follow-up, etc. A dash, not a hyphen, is used for in apposition. Remember, in appositional phrases and clauses, we use comma. Comma is easier and safer. But in the place of comma, you can use a dash. Dr. Seema, comma, an authority in endocrinology, comma, looks after your mom. That's okay. But if you want to use dash, use dash, not hyphen. Means it should be longer. Apposition can be either comma or dash, but not hyphen. Okay, we provide vaccination free of cost, at least in our hospital. So this, to introduce an afterthought, at least in our hospital, is an afterthought. Because you say that we provide a vaccination free of cost, you say, then suddenly you remember, maybe in some hospitals they charge. In some hospitals, patients may have to give money. So then you immediately say, at least in our hospital, that I know. In other hospitals, I don't know. So for introducing this afterthought, put a dash, not hyphen. So the confusion is between dash and hyphen. Okay. Yeah, this is how we improve. Okay. Now we come to, I think, the last slide. Look at this one. To the suggestion of stopping her husband's drinking, Miss Carroll said, he said no chance the other day. Poor wife. Who is the wife? Miss Carroll. She is trying her best to stop her husband from drinking or reduce his drinking. So the other day, she told him with a lot of affection and love, please, dear, please try to control, please reduce, please stop. Then what did he reply? What was his reply? No chance. What does that mean? Now, this is what Carol is telling you, maybe her friend. See, my dear, yesterday I persuaded my husband not to drink or reduce drinking. You know what he said? He said, no chance. So actually, no chance is said by somebody else. So you should put single inverted commas here. That's the point. Because double inverted commas are used for the words said by Carol, and no chance is said not by Carol but by her husband. So that should be, this is called quote within the quote. Inverted commas within inverted commas. Use quote within a quote, either single, within, double, or vice versa. It's up to you. You can use either for the main double and single inside, or single outside, double inside. Okay, next sentence. Some analgesics, please, said Mr. Ram, to manage my pain. I think this is already explained several times. The problem here is, you see, the comma comes outside the inverted commas, which is a mistake. Similarly, full stop came outside the inverted commas. It should be before. We just, a few slides ago, we just saw. It should be before, not after. So that all punctuation marks come before the inverted commas. Some analgesics, please, see, this is the correction. Okay, next one. Miss Rudra, who underwent an appendectomy, is due for discharge today. You see this appositional comma, comma, comma. That means who underwent an appendectomy is a non-essential clause. But again, it depends on the situation. Suppose there are two Rudras, one Rudra here, another Rudra maybe in bed number 20. First Rudra is in bed number 3. So you want to clarify which Rudra you are talking about. Miss Rudra who underwent an appendectomy. I'm not talking about the other one. If you are going to define this Rudra, you should remove comma. This is a defining clause. So that's the context should be clear. If the context is that there is only one Rudra in the word, so there is no need to define her. Then you can use comma. But if there are 2 or 3 Rudras as patients, then you should define her. Then you don't need comma. That's the point. Okay, next, number 2. Seeing him non-compliant, the nurse supervised his intake. What's the problem there? The problem is very clear. We explained that. You see how it starts. How does the sentence start? ING. What is ING? Present participle. Beginning. Sentence beginning in present participle. So, after that phrase, seeing him non-compliant, comma is necessary before the subject. The person who does the work, that is supervision, is the verb. That verb is done by the nurse. So that is a subject. Before the word nurse or the subject, there should be a comma because the sentence started in ing. Either ing or ed. Same rule is here. If you remember, we said it can be participle beginning or participle ending. You see participle ending here in number 3, lying. So what does that mean? There is a comma before that. A comma is a must here. I saw the patient, comma, lying disoriented. So that's a mistake here. Number 3. Now the last symbol test is here. See, it's written in small letters, edit. This sentence or this writing needs editing. Last year, Miss Janet had a hip replacement surgery which was uneventful. Although she uses a walker, her obesity is causing a threat. It's important for Janet, who has virtually no contacts with her family, to be peer interactive. Now you give punctuation marks. Where should there be punctuation marks in these 3 sentences? Yeah, come on. This is your final test.
Last year after comma.
Comma, why? Come on with reason. Last year is a comma because it is a signpost. Okay, comma. Come on now, next.
Although after comma,
Where is comma?
although
Although is our beginning, and when the clause ends only there is a comma. Where does the clause end? Although she uses a walker, comma should be here after walker, not after although. Okay, remember that. Any other? That's all.
Listen, what for Janet, comma, who?
It's
Where is comma?
who? Before who?
Before who?
What
is
and
that?
for Janet?
Which here? Surgery. Surgery which? Yes, because this is extra information. Hip replacement surgery, comma, which was uneventful. Okay, that is necessary. Non-essential part. You could have put a full stop there. Last year, this Janet had a hip replacement surgery, full stop. Full stop is okay. But which was uneventful is extra information, so a comma is necessary. Although she uses a walker or obese, so there should be a comma here. Last year connector here. Okay, her obesity is causing a threat.
Right.
Okay. Apostrophe is missing here. Where? It's
Important for Janet.
yeah, it's important for Janet. And before this who, you need a comma.
Comma.
Yes. Was virtually
Comma.
no contacts with their family. Again, comma. This is apposition. Meaning you can remove that part and read. It's important for Janet to be peer interactive. Good. Sentence is okay. Even without that who part. So that who is non-defining. That's why you need two commas. So now you have become very successful and perfect in punctuation. Last year comma because it is signpost. Miss Janet had a hip replacement surgery, comma, because which was uneventful is appositional or extra information. I am removing it because otherwise it will stay as corrected one. Although she uses a walker, this comma is because of abobis at the end. Please remember, I remember many OET students put comma after although. No. Don't put comma after although. Comma after that close ending only. That is here. A walker, comma. Her obesity is causing a threat. It's important. See that apostrophe it is. That is important for Janet. This comma because of that appositional clause. Yes, very good. My students, we will meet next time with another topic. If you have questions or if you missed some slides, please let me know.
Thank you, sir.
It was wonderful interacting with you, discussing with you grammar. Good students. Please relax. It's time for retiring to bed. Yes.
Yes.
Fasting without taking food. Sometimes fasting is good. If the food is not ready, fasting is always good. Okay. Okay, then bye. Take care. Bye.
Okay, thank you,
bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Okay, welcome. Good night.